Hey guys, welcome to my channel and thank you for watching. 2015 was a crazy, adventurous year. I call it my year of first. I did a lot of things for the first time and I just want to do this video so at the end of 2016 I can go and look back and just remember my year for years to come. So, hope you enjoy! In January, I started my second semester of college as a freshman at Howard Payne University, which is just crazy to me because I don't feel like I'm still in college. I don't feel like I'm that age, and so second semester was a crazy and wild one, and it was just filled with so many things that took me out of my comfort zone that I never thought I would do. Also in January, I met Olympic athlete Leroy Burrell. He was a track athlete. He had 3 gold medals and 1 silver medal in the Olympics. And if you don't know me, I love the Olympics. Running and track is my favorite thing. So getting the opportunity to meet Leroy Burrell was absolutely insane. In February, I interviewed to be a part of a sorority at my college, Howard Payne University. The sorority is called Delta Chi Rho, and a few weeks later I got a bid for that and I started pledging, which took me completely out of my comfort zone. I'm not used to doing things out of schedule or just doing random things, but honestly it was the best decision I ever made. Pledging was so much fun. For 6 weeks getting to do all this stuff and meet all these people, and now I have lifelong sisters, which just is amazing. In March, I got to see snow fall for the very first time. I've seen snow before, but this time I actually got to see it fall from the sky, which is amazing. It is so beautiful. If you don't know, I live in South Texas, so it's always hot, humid, no snow, but where I go to college is the exact center of Texas, so it gets colder. And in March of 2015 I got to see snow, and I know to people up north and stuff it's not a lot, but to me that was my first experience with snow falling on the ground, and it was just so beautiful. Also in March, for my spring break, I went to the Davis Mountains State Park with my family. I love hiking and I love state parks and national parks and mountains and just nature in general. So hiking this was so cool, and we actually got lost and we ended up doing 2 more miles than we were supposed to, but it was so much fun and I love being with my family. It was hilarious because my family is so funny and I just really enjoyed it. Also in March, I became a member of Delta Chi Rho. I officially was a sister in Delta Chi Rho, and it was just so exciting. I literally cried when they came and knocked on my dorm room door to tell me I made it. It was so exciting, and I love each and every one of them that is in Delta Chi Rho, and I have lifelong sisters, so many years down the road I will still have these girls, and it's just such a cool thought. In May, I went to the state high school track meet, which I do every year. It's a huge thing in Texas, and I met Olympic runner Leo Manzano. He is a silver medalist, and he is a runner now, so he still runs in world championships, Olympics, and everything, and he's so kind, and he's actually from Texas, so it was really neat to meet him, and he had his Olympic medal out, so I got to hold it, which was so cool. In June, I left the country for the first time in my life. I went to Haiti on a mission trip. It was a week long, and it was the shortest week of my life because I just want to be there like for so much longer. It was so amazing. For part of the week, I went and worked at an orphanage and we did vacation Bible school stuff, and the kids there were just so happy, and it blew my mind. They could speak English and Haitian Creole. So there were 2-year-olds that were bilingual, and that just, wow, that was just so crazy to me. And then the rest of the week, we went and stayed up on one of the mountains in Haiti, and we got to deal with the children there and do vacation Bible school there, and we got to feed them in the morning and at night. And like I said, they are so happy. They don't have anything. I took for granted everything I have, and being there made me realize all the neat things we have. They don't have any of that, and they're still the happiest people ever. And on the mountain, the kids only spoke Creole. So it was cool to see the language barrier, but we could still communicate, and they were just so happy when you tried to speak with them in their language. By the end of the week, I could translate some little things here and there and speak little things here and there, and I can conversate in Creole, which was so cool. I've always wanted to learn another language, so hopefully I can start on that one more and get more into it because it was so amazing, and I cannot wait to go back to Haiti. In July, my family and I took a huge 2-week-long road trip that I grew up doing these, and so we finally got to go on another one, and we went to 4 different states, and we actually did 7 national parks in 7 days. The first national park we went to was the Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona, and it is so beautiful. We took this hike down into the canyon, which was 1,500 feet down and then 1,500 feet back up, and it was so like gruesome. I was so exhausted after that. It was beautiful and so worth it, but I just like was so tired. I was so exhausted. But if you have not seen the Grand Canyon, seriously go do that. The second national park we went to the next day was Zion National Park, which is in Utah, and oh my gosh, it is beautiful. I was still so exhausted from the Grand Canyon that I didn't do many hikes. I just kind of walked around, and I also, not gonna lie, took the shuttle so many times that I could personally give you a tour, because I heard on the shuttle the tour the entire time, so I like memorized the information so I could tell you if you wanted to know. The third national park we went to was Bryce Canyon, and this was one of my favorites. I absolutely loved it, and I was definitely voted most improved hiker. Not gonna lie. This one is also in Utah, and it was just so beautiful, and it was really cool because like we got to go into the canyon, and it was in the shade most of the time, which was awesome because I didn't get sunburn. The fourth national park we went to on day 4 was Capitol Reef National Park, and I had never heard of this one. It is not one of the most well-known ones, and it was so cool. We were the first ones there. We were there before the workers, and then once they finally opened up, like we went to the visitor center and everything, and we got to go through the canyon. It was incredible. And like up on the canyon walls, there were people's names from like 1800, 1700, like craziness. It was incredible like how they did that into the rock, and it was just beautiful to see the canyon, and it was so amazing, and I love hiking so much. The fifth national park we went to was Arches National Park, which is also in Utah, and this is probably my favorite national park maybe. Ever since I was little, it's been my favorite, and they just have insane natural arches, which is incredible. And this time we got to hike to the biggest arch in the park, which was so cool, and we got to stand under it, and it was just so beautiful. The next one we went to is Mesa Verde National Park, which is in Colorado, and this one I have been to before also, and it was still so neat to see these buildings and architecture from like 1200 AD and stuff like that. It was just so much. You could literally feel the history while you were there, and it was beautiful, and I would go back many years. I don't care how many times I see it, it'll still amaze me. And the last national park we went to on day 7 was the Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado, which is like, oh my gosh, it blows my mind. It's literally a desert within the mountains, and it's just random piles of sand, like dunes, huge like sand piles. No one knows how it happened. Like they're just randomly in the mountains, and it's good to go in the morning because by the daytime they'll be up to like 150 degrees or something, and it is a tough hike. Let me tell you, going up huge mountains of sand is incredible, and it's just very tiresome, but it's just so worth it. You can also rent little sleds and like slide down. It was so cool, and I felt like I was in the desert, but yet it was like 60 degrees and there were mountains, and it was just amazing. In August, I started my sophomore year of college at Howard Payne University, which still blows my mind. I'm a sophomore, just started my 2nd semester now, and it's crazy, super crazy. I went to the Texas Teen Book Fest in September, and I met Rick Yancey, who is the author of the 5th Wave series, Carrie Ryan, who is the author of Daughter of Deep Silence and the Herons of Forest and Teeth trilogy, Morgan Matson, who is the author of Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, Since You've Been Gone, and Second Chance Summer, Huntley Fitzpatrick. I also got to meet Jenny Han, who is the author of the To All the Boys I Loved Before duology and The Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy, Jennifer E. Smith, who is the author of The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight, and a bunch of other contemporaries with super long names, and they're all so good. Andrew Smith, who is the author of the Winger duology, I believe. David Levithan, who is the author of Every Day. Jennifer Lynn Barnes, who is the author of my favorite series, The Naturals. Suzanne Young, who is the author of the Program series. And finally, I got to meet the author Pierce Brown, who is the author of Red Rising. In October, I got my first tattoo. I have always wanted a tattoo, but I was so nervous because I have no pain tolerance whatsoever, so I was really scared, but I knew I still wanted to get one. And I got it right here, and it says 1,826. And if you don't know, like I said before, I'm a runner, and so I ran every day for 1,826 days. That adds up to 5 years exactly. I started June 8th, 2010 and ended June 8th, 2015. I ended because I was going to Haiti and was not able to run there. And so I really wanted to get a tattoo symbolizing those 5 years. Like, at this point in my life, that is a quarter of my entire life. So it was a huge part, and it helped me through so many things. So I got it on my left wrist where I wore my watch to time my runs, so it just has a lot of meaning, and I absolutely love it and cannot wait to get my next one. In November, I chopped my hair off for the first time since I was, I guess, like 14 or so. It is the shortest I've ever cut it. I had always had hair down to my waist. It was always super long, but I got into college and I was like, I'm gonna chop my hair off. So in November, that's what I did, and I love it now. And finally, in December, I had my 20th birthday, which is crazy. I'm no longer a teen. I am 2 decades old. I'm halfway to 40. I don't feel 20. I really don't. Like, I get proud of myself whenever I do adult things. So, I don't know. I turned 20. Crazy. It's so crazy. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my exciting, crazy 2015. I hope your 2015 was just as adventurous, and I hope your 2016 will be even more adventurous. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!